We have as our special guest this evening on the Drury Sport page none other than Joe Louis, the world's heavyweight boxing champion just out of retirement. We're going to turn the microphone over to Joe Louis now and have him tell us just why, other than that Uncle Sam reason, he has decided to climb through the ropes once again. Joe?
Well, really no reason but boxing again, that I think that I should pay all my back tax, because especially at this time, the war's on and the government is asking for more tax, and I think it's a good thing to take care of it.
What does it take to be a professional fighter for a living? Men like Gentleman Jim Colbert, James J. Braddock, Joe Louis, Jake LaMotta, Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Mickey Ward, Manny Pacquiao. The list goes on and on and on. Obviously, I can't do justice to the list, but we have men who subject themselves to the extreme physical regime that's required to be a professional boxer, to spend hours upon hours being pounded and beating themselves up so that they can do it in a ring against someone who's done the same thing, to be in the same kind of physical condition, and then just pound each other into oblivion to try to climb up a ladder to the top to be the number one in their weight class. I can't even imagine what kind of a man it takes to subject themselves to a meat grinder of that nature. And I'm only naming the ones that we all know about, the famous ones. The vast majority of them, thousands of men, have subjected themselves to this rigorous, violent, unbelievable process in this vain hope of becoming remembered in history as the best of the best. And only a rare few succeed and reach that point. And even the ones who do succeed and reach that point of fame and lasting memory in the annals of professional boxers still suffer the same physical and mental impact of the sport. You look at men's stories like Jake LaMotta's or Mike Tyson's or quite a few others, too long to list, and their lives are a mixed bag of the physical deprivation and hardships that the professional fight game demands, and on the same time they have these traumatic personality issues and personal lives that almost are as bloody as the profession that they chose to make a living. What kind of a man does it take to be a professional boxer? I must admit, I've watched professional boxing for my entire life, and I have always had a avid fascination over the sport, but I guess I've always been troubled by what kind of a man it takes to do it, what kind of a man it takes to do it better than almost all the rest, and rise to the cream of the crop. And then when it's all said and done, the spotlights are gone, the glory is over, and they fade into anonymity and obscurity for the most part. They spend their elderly years dealing with the physical leftovers of the fights, one after another in a ring. And they say every boxer only has so many fights in him, so... And then the measure of the damage done to him and the physical leftovers from it are measured by the quality of the opponents that they faced during that time period, because I don't think there's any doubt that every great boxer, the ones that we know the names of, what made them truly great was that at the time they boxed, they had opponents who were, for all intents and purposes, almost the same caliber and built of the same flesh, bone, and gristle and determination that it took to achieve what they achieved in their lives. I know the sport has been tainted by a lot of the funky judging and con men promoters and all the riffraff on the side who many times make much more money and get greater rewards than those that actually submit themselves to the bruising punishment of the game. They hang out on the sidelines and outside the spotlight and collect a large percentage of the rewards, particularly for those that succeed, and for the ones that we never hear about, that never quite make the mark, never might quite make the grade. They're ignored by that bunch, but what kind of a man does it take to be a professional boxer for a living?
Not only that, I also feel that I have a very good chance of winning the heavyweight championship back again, and which I would love to do, because I will be the heavyweight that ever did that. And second is that that when I first win the heavyweight championship, my first thought, my first statement was that I would defend it. If I win it in the ring, I would lose it in the ring too.
I know I couldn't have done it for a living. Hope this finds you all well. PappyStu said it, and I'm out and on the side.